everybody, Sarcasm Speaks, Jared and Bob flying at you. If you're watching on YouTube, first of all, click the thumbs up, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Big shout out to the YouTube watchers. By the way, we've gained like 10 subscribers in the last like 3 weeks, I think. We're almost at 60. We're almost at 60 subscribers on YouTube. So keep spreading the word, telling everybody you know about there. But what I was going to say is we're going to do something we've only done once before. No, twice before. So this will be the third time. So if you're watching on YouTube, we're going to go through this whole episode. And then the next episode that's going to come out in 3 days, you're going to be like, that's so weird. They're wearing the exact same clothes. Well, that is because we are recording back-to-back episodes today. Like I said, I think this is only the third time we've ever done it that will be aired. I think there was a fourth, but one of them was a lost episode.
I mean, to be fair, I'm usually wearing the same like fucking 5 shirts because my wardrobe consists of shirts that I wear in public and shirts that I don't wear in public. And I generally like around the house shirts. Like that's generally what you get. And I got like fucking 5 of them.
Yeah.
So it's always like the same 5 shirt rotation.
Yeah. I mean, I cycle through pretty much the same clothes that I wear at home, especially like in the wintertime. I have the same like 6 sweatshirts that I just wear all the time. And especially with a sweatshirt, like I'll wear that shit like 2 or 3 days in a row. It's not like it touches your skin.
I'll wear sweatshirts for like a week, and I have like a big sweatshirt that I wear, and I'll like wash that like once a month.
Yeah, I have a big Carhartt, like just regular, like a crew neck sweatshirt.
Oh, mine's a quarter zip.
And I throw it on over a t-shirt. Like I'll change my t-shirt every day, but like if I'm wearing a sweatshirt over it, like why the fuck do I need to wash it?
No, like I'm not like that's asinine to like wear a sweatshirt once and then wash it. That unless you fucking get it dirty.
You spill something on it. Yeah.
If you get it dirty, then you have to wash it. But
yeah.
No, fuck that. I wear them for like a week, sometimes 2.
Yeah.
Because I wear it almost like as a jacket. Like it's actually when I was wearing a sweatshirt under a coat, I would go even less frequently because not only was it not touching my skin or sweat or anything, it also wasn't touching the outside world. It was quite literally right in between.
Yeah. It was acting as the middle layer, if you will. Yeah. So we will be recording this episode and then taking a brief break, probably just to piss
and I'll refill my water.
Yeah, exactly. Piss, refill water, and then go again. Because we did this for episode 299 and 300 when we got hammered. Episode 300, we were pretty drunk. The other time was and I think the only time before that was episode 50. Because we did episode 50 and then we tried to record another one that we recorded and we released it only on YouTube as a 50 and a half. It is on YouTube as episode 50.5. But I think those are the only other 2 times we've done this. Like I said, unless we tried it before and it was one of the lost episodes.
I don't even know.
Yeah. Which now might be like fully lost because I last week went through my computer and like had to like wipe a bunch of shit off because it was getting super slow.
That's right. Those lost episodes weren't like a TV show's lost episodes where like they don't fit the plot line. Like they were lost episodes because they sucked and you couldn't hear anything and they were incoherent.
Yeah, and we were absolutely obliterated.
Well, again, if we were absolutely obliterated, but you could actually make out what people were saying, I'd allow it. But that's the big one. It was unlistenable.
Yeah, because we had, all whatever 6, 7, 8 of us, however many people were on there. And that's when people were having like side conversations and it's like, hey, but you guys can't do that. You can't talk to each other when you're sitting next to each other when there's a microphone in front of you.
Dude, why not?
Yeah, it's not like the microphone is going to catch everything. It knows, right? It knows when you don't want to be recorded.
Right.
Yeah.
AI microphones.
Yep. So actually, that's a good segue. Speaking of lost episodes, I think one of the lost episodes was that the Netflix thing where everything is cyclical?
I forget if that was Lost
or if we were
No, that was a lost episode because wait,
we went for 45 minutes and really didn't say anything.
We didn't say anything. And
we
I
just
was
kept
like
repeating.
And I didn't even remember recording. So it was like we would move on to a topic and I would go, it's the Netflix thing. It's going back to the Netflix thing.
Yeah. So if you've been listening to the show long enough and you hear us make like the Netflix reference, it's an inside joke that I was
shit-faced. I don't think it ever got released, not video, whatever. Because this was upstairs.
It was in Jamie's room.
Which is funny. It might have been we blacked out for the Super Bowl episode too.
Was that the night of the luau when Vinny was there?
Yeah, so that was probably a second episode that didn't make it.
Yeah. So there we go. Here's another one.
Too fucked up. The Hawau and Lauau. Yeah, for the blizzard that never happened.
Yeah, when you were dead on the no, that was a different time when you were dead on the floor.
It might have been then later. I don't even remember. But so we recorded, then we went in to another episode, and I was fucking shit-faced. So I kept saying, like, the point I was trying to make was that if we were talking about how Netflix was going to start like creating their own movies and own original material.
Right. And I kept harping on and repeating that Netflix is not profitable. So I can't imagine how they can operate at a loss and continue on as a company.
If they're going to increase expenses like that and they don't increase their membership proportionately, how are they going to continue? And then like you would make like a new point, but I took that as though you were disagreeing with me, even though you were changing the point. Like, no. Because if they it's simple math. If they increase their costs and don't increase their subscriber base, how are they going to continue? And then you would say something else. And then we moved on topics. And then I went back to it. None of which I remember. I don't remember any of that. But so my thing was the Netflix thing. Your fault was the cyclical thing. Like everything, you just kept saying everything was cyclical.
Yeah, it's all cyclical, you know.
Everything was cyclical, and I don't even remember what.
So these all tie in nicely. This 2 episodes in one night, the Netflix thing. We're not drinking, so at least I'm not currently. Maybe for the second show,
I'll be up at 5:20 tomorrow. So no.
But all of those things considered, Netflix is in trouble. They have lost subscribers for the first time in their, I believe in the company's history. They have had a quarter where their subscriber number has gone down. So imagine, I don't know how long Netflix has been around, probably since at least 2006-ish.
Are you talking like in general?
Yeah, as a company.
Oh, dude, it's been way longer than that. Because you used to do the mail-in DVDs.
Yeah, the girl I dated in high school, her family was subscribed to Netflix back then, and they used to get DVDs in the mail.
I would say.
So I mean, like that was
2002.
You know, like that was 2007, right? When I was with her, I think I was a.
When do you think it was founded? Now that I'm doing this, so make a new guess because it's not 07.
96.
97.
Aha!
So I think you could also do video games too.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like its first like edition. I don't know, whatever. Its first like form was way different than what it is now.
Yeah. So, well, like I said, the girl I dated in high school, her family they subscribed to Netflix back then. And you used to, you used to go on the website and like click what you wanted and they would mail it to you. And then after you watched it, you would put it back in an envelope and mail it back to them. So, I mean, not like it fucking matters, but I've known that Netflix has existed since like 2007. So since theoretically, I suppose now 1997, when it was founded, they've never had a quarter where their subscriber number has gone down until Q1 of 2022. So when that news came out, the stock absolutely fucking tanked. I think, I don't have this in front of me. I could look it up, but I think it dropped like 30% when those numbers came out.
Should we buy?
Yeah. Let's see. Netflix stock drop, I guess. Netflix World, this is from CNN Business. So, oh yeah, I was right. Netflix World has been turned upside down as stock plunges 35%. Yikes.
That's pretty good. Sounds good. Sounds pretty good.
Wiping out 50 billion with a B dollars in market cap. And this was after already the company's stock had dropped more than 40% over the last year. Holy shit. So from, March of 2021 to March of 2022, it dropped 40%. And then the news like last week or whenever it was that it came out that their subscriber numbers dropped for the first time ever. It dropped another 35% on top of that. So I don't know math and like compounding fucking percentages, but I would imagine over the course of the last year, it's probably down somewhere around 50%. If it dropped 40% in a year and then 35% of that number in one day, it's got to be close to 50% in the last year.
Is this Algebra 1?
Probably.
Because I don't do Algebra 1.
Yeah, only Algebra 2.
Yeah, it's the only... Got A's in Algebra 2, D's in Algebra 1.
Yeah.
Didn't do so hot in pre-calc either.
So Netflix said on Tuesday that it lost 200,000 subscribers in Q1 of 2022.
Not great.
Yeah. They expected to add 2.5 million. Imagine that. What? They projected to add 2.5 million.
So they were off by 2.7 million.
And instead they lost 200,000. That's not bad. And now after this quarter, after this just happened, they go, as if that wasn't bad enough. Now Netflix says it expects to lose another 2 million in the current quarter. So now they project Q2 to be even fucking worse.
They must have just had like a negative and a positive like off in their algorithm, where because they're gonna probably, if they're gonna lose 2 million, then that means they're gonna lose 2.2 and they expected to gain 2.5. It was a positive negative thing.
They clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, they didn't start it with minus at the top.
Yeah. Oh God. Are you ready for this one? So the company blames many factors for its subscriber exodus, including competition and widespread password sharing, which like maybe a month or two ago we talked about. I think it might have been my final thought in one episode that Netflix was exploring charging people for having an account that's active at more than one Wi-Fi location, but whatever. So they blame password sharing, right? Are you ready for this one? In its letter to investors on Tuesday, Netflix also pointed fingers at quote macro factors that are affecting many companies right now, such as
supply chain,
sluggish economic growth, increasing inflation, and geopolitical events such as Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and also some continued disruption from COVID.
If there was any company out there that was unaffected by COVID, if not thriving via COVID.
Right.
It would be Netflix, unless COVID allowed people to go through the entire library and now they don't have anything else to watch.
Yeah. They made it to the end of Netflix.
Yeah, and that's why people are canceling, because they've seen everything.
Was that a TV show or something where someone was like making a joke about like getting to the end of Pornhub?
I don't know. It's probably our friends.
Yeah. Or yeah. Was that like a joke that like Finn or Nikos made or something? Like, oh yeah, no, I got to the end of Pornhub. Like I made it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
It's like COVID allowed people to get all the way to the end of Netflix. Like
Yeah,
they just finished it.
They don't need it anymore.
Yeah. But imagine that. They're like, hey, Netflix, what do you think causes this? What do you think led to this? The economy.
I wish they said supply chain.
The economy, inflation,
gas prices,
the Russian-Ukrainian war, and COVID. They named those 4 reasons as to why their subscribers dropped, none of which actually makes sense.
Nope, unless, again, my prevailing COVID theory.
Yeah, yes, true. Which I prefer. I happen to prefer that one.
Yeah. Must be the cost of materials.
Yeah. All that warehouse space.
Yeah.
To hold all those DVDs. Because that's how it works, right? Every time someone wants to play a movie, someone in the warehouse has to run around and throw the DVD.
Yeah, it's like the old thing. Like phone line changers,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So much warehouse space. So we could have been ahead of the curve when we were hammered in the spare bedroom recording whatever we were recording.
Knew I was right.
We called it, that we don't understand how Netflix can operate at a loss and continue on. And now what have they done in the last year too is they've spent big money for like some big time movies that also like aren't that great. Like some of those like Netflix owned and produced movies aren't that good.
I don't even know what they are. I don't even care what they are either. I haven't fired up Netflix in a fucking long time.
Yeah.
Seems like for movies, HBO Max is the premiere. Shows are very highly dependent on what you watch.
It depends because they all have deals, right? So if you want to watch any of the Disney stuff or Marvel or Star Wars or anything like that, you have to go to Disney Plus. If you want to watch like Always Sunny or I don't know, whatever, anything under like the Fox brand, you have to go to Hulu. If you want to watch anything under the NBC brand, you have to go to Peacock. So it's not like, oh yeah, no, Netflix has everything.
Yeah,
it's no, you have to go to the specific spots.
Yeah, we used to watch Always Sunny, Archer, Parks and Rec, and all 3 of those would be gone, right? From Netflix.
Yeah, they are. So I don't know how these are ranked, but I'm on IMDb and there's a list of all Netflix original movies. I'm just going to name the top 10. Like they're not actually like the numbers are all over the place. It's like 5.7, 7.3, 5.5 as far as ratings go. So again, I don't know how they're ordered here, but here's the first 10 on this list from IMDb of Netflix original movies. Beasts of No Nation in 2015. Never heard of it. The Ridiculous Six in 2015. Now I have heard of that. Never watched it. Number 3, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny. So I'm assuming a sequel to the original that came out probably in 2002. This sequel came out in 2016. Never saw it. Didn't even know it existed, actually. Number 4, Pee-wee's Big Holiday. So Pee-wee Herman, the fucking movies from the 80s. They did a sequel in 2016. Never saw it. Number 5, Special Correspondence. Also came out in 2016. Never saw it. Number 6, The Do-Over. That's with Adam Sandler and somebody else. Never saw it, but I have heard of it. Number 7 is The Fundamentals of Caring. Now, that sounds familiar. I might have seen it, but like probably maybe not. Number 8 is The Brahmin Naman. Never heard of it. Number 9 was Rebirth. Never heard of it. Don't even know what it is. Number 10 is Tallulah. Also never heard of it. So out of the first 10 movies on that list, I have heard of 2, and I might have watched 1. I have seen The Fundamentals of Caring. That was actually a pretty good movie. But other than that,
no, I'm good.
I got nothing.
I'm good.
Now I'm just like kind of like scrolling through this. I don't see anything like, obviously the Adam Sandler had like an 8-movie deal with Netflix. I think the only one I might have saw was it Herbie Halloween or Hubie Halloween?
Hubie Halloween.
That was fine. But like I'm scrolling, I'm all the way down to 52 on this list, and I still don't know any of them. There was one movie that I do remember off the top of my head. It was called Extraction. It had Chris Hemsworth and I don't know, a couple other people in it. That was fine. It was like a classic like action movie. It was like action war shooter type of deal. I can't remember who else was in it. And I also have just gotten to number 100 on the list and barely know any of those movies. So weird, right? Netflix spending all this money and making its own movies. And I haven't heard, out of the top 100, I might have recognized 5.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
It's probably why their stock at one point was $6.90 a share and now it's $2.13.
Yep. Sounds about right. If I had to guess.
I think that's what you want your stock to do, though.
Yeah. I think you want it to nosedive as fast.
Yeah, because that way more people can buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who needs a stock split? Just tank the stock.
Yeah. And one day maybe it could be worth $6.90.
Yeah, who knows? So I don't know. You think do you think Netflix just dies?
No, they probably just cut a bunch of costs and dump a bunch of shit. And
I'm wondering if they get bought. Right?
They could definitely get bought. Like,
so that was the rumor back in the day, and by back in the day I mean like probably like 7-ish years ago, that Apple was rumored to was interested in buying Netflix, but they didn't buy. They ended up obviously not buying it, and then they started their own streaming service instead.
Yeah, I don't.
Which
Apple TV is not long for this.
Isn't great. I don't know anything on Apple TV that's worth it.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah, Amy likes Ted Lasso. I've never watched it. I don't doubt that it's good, but I've just never seen it. So.
Yeah, Ted Lasso's good. It's kind of fucked up that it's the only good thing on Apple TV.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe Apple does turn around and buy Netflix after they realize that they suck. And, you know, nothing says success like joining 2 sucky fucking companies, right? Apple TV sucks, Netflix sucks. I don't know. Let's put them together. Maybe they won't suck. They probably will
still just
suck at a higher level. It'll cost more to suck.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, again, I don't see it folding, but
yeah.
I don't know where they go from here. I'm not smart enough to know that.
No, me neither. Talking about tanking streaming services, CNN Plus. Have you heard? First of all, have you heard of CNN Plus?
Only people making fun of it.
Right. So that's the typical thing, right? People making fun of it. So they announced that it started like a month ago, right? Like they had all these fucking people on there, had their own shows on the service, and it's a paid service. It's a paid streaming service. So the same people, right? Because it was all like Anderson Cooper and I think Brian Stelter, like all of the CNN regular people that you could watch for free on cable. Now, if you want to make the argument, you still have to pay for it because it's Comcast, Verizon, Spectrum, whatever. Fuck off. It doesn't matter. But it's cable. It's cable access, right? They're all same people are on CNN Plus that you have to pay for every month. Big surprise. They already announced that it's done.
How long did it last?
About 30 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yep. So part of the reason was that CNN was owned by AT&T. So I think it was whatever company, whatever media conglomerate owned CNN, say it was like Viacom or something, they got bought by AT&T like 3 years ago. So AT&T was like, all right, let's develop a TV branch of our service. So they had obviously like internet, cell phone provider. They have all kinds of shit with AT&T. And they were like, let's get into TV and movies. So they bought, maybe it was Warner Brothers. Maybe Warner Brothers owned CNN. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But so AT&T tried to get into like the TV cable world. And then after 3 years, they're like, fuck this. We're hemorrhaging money through this whole TV thing. So they spun off all of their whole TV section and they sold all of that shit. So they sold I think it was Warner Brothers, CNN, and like whatever else was under their umbrella. They sold it to Discovery. So now, so it hasn't happened yet, but HBO was in that too. HBO was owned by AT&T because now what they have, everything is owned by, it's called Discovery Warner now that they've merged. Like they bought it off of AT&T. So now there's rumors that like HBO Max is going to go away and it's everything on HBO Max is going to shift over to Discovery Plus, and like Discovery Plus is going to be like the new happening app. But we're still months, if not a year plus away from them figuring out the logistics of that, because the sale just went through like 2 months ago. So that's a long-winded way of saying they have new ownership and they're owned by Discovery. So the CEO of Discovery took one look at this shit and they're like, this is fucking stupid. We're cleaning house. So CNN Plus, they only had 80,000 subscribers. Now, the things I would do to get 80,000 subscribers to this show would be gross and disgusting.
I wouldn't invest 300 million.
Right. But for a massive cable network news channel, to get 80,000 subscribers, when you have someone like Joe Rogan who gets 10 million views an episode, and like even like the Drinking Bros podcast that I listen to, they get like 1 or 2 million per episode. CNN Plus, 80,000. There's like major podcasts, like I'm sure the Barstool guys, every single one of their 23 fucking podcasts that they have on their network, I guarantee you all 23 of them crack over 80,000 views. So it's like, you can't even do that. So Discovery, whoever the CEO of Discovery Plus was, looked at it, was like, yeah, this is a terrible idea. So they canned it after like 30 days. And after they dumped, it was like $300 and something million into creating CNN Plus. So now this is where the internet gets good. Everybody on Twitter gets a hold of this. And what do all the people on the left always say about rich people? Or to be more specific, what are all the people on the left say about Elon Musk, recently. Why would you spend all that money trying to buy Twitter when you could just give everybody in the world $1 million? Well,
hey, CNN, why would you spend all that money when you could just give everybody in the United States $1 million?
Yep. That's exactly what's going on Twitter right now. Everyone
I
is
do get a kick out of that.
Shredding CNN and everyone on the left being like,
that's pretty funny.
Why would you spend all that money on CNN Plus when you could just give everybody in the country $1 million? And it's like,
how's that dick taste?
They're not wrong. So now all the fucking CNN junkies, all like the blue-haired fucking lefties, are all flipping out, right? They're just losing their minds, right? Because they can't handle the truth, or they can't handle like being attacked, right? Like they can dish it out, but they can't take it.
Yeah, they can't take it.
Which I would say isn't only a left-wing thing. The right wing,
it's both.
The right wing fucking sucks.
The extremes on both sides can't handle. They can dish it, but they can't handle it.
Yeah, but the people that live in the middle, like most normal people, are like can have some fun with it, right? Because they're like, that's pretty funny. You fucking cocksuckers. All you do is just talk shit about guys like Elon Musk, which it's funny as it's only Elon Musk. They never go after Bill Gates. They never go after Jeff Bezos.
No, because they're one of them.
They never go after even Richard Branson. Like they only target Elon Musk. They're like, oh, Elon Musk. Oh, he's a fucking bad guy. Or like, oh, why does he spend all his money on that? Or they're so quick to be like, well, he needs to pay more taxes and he needs to have his money taken away and all this stuff. And it's like, oh, what about your buddy Bezos? Do you think Bezos should have to pay more taxes too? Well, Bezos is different. He's not fucking different. You're just being a cunt.
So speaking of the rich people paying more taxes, that's generally a left-sided theory, right? They always want the rich to pay more taxes, whatever.
Yeah.
What about Disney?
This is great.
Have you seen this shit?
Yep. Which also I do want to say before we hop over into Disney.
Yep.
Because I love that. Elon Musk paid 11 billion with a B again, $11 billion in taxes in 2021. So he did that on purpose too. He made it public on Twitter. He like put a Twitter poll out there and was like, hey, should I sell X amount of shares so I have to end up paying like $11 billion in taxes? And everyone on Twitter was like, yes, 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 yes. So he was like, all right, cool. So he sold a bunch of his Tesla stock and ended up having to pay the equivalent of $11 billion in taxes on it. So all those people, they're like, well, he should pay taxes. He did. He paid more taxes than any one person in the country in 2021. Let that sink in. He paid more taxes than any one person in the country.
Yeah, you should still pay more though.
Yeah, yeah. But Elon Musk bad, Bill Gates good.
Disney good too.
Yeah, Disney's great. They're doing awesome right now.
So this is funny. And the only reason it came up is someone at the gym, his brother works for Disney. So he's like, I don't know what's going to happen down there. He's a little bit of a mess. I'm like all right.
The park or the company?
Yes.
I guess
so Disney. So remember, we discussed the Don't Say Gay bill.
We're nowhere in it. Does it actually say don't say gay?
So yeah. And I tried looking into it and I know we simplified it to no sexual education before the 3rd grade or something.
Yeah.
And I think that's an oversimplification from us. They don't want anyone to speak about sexual orientation or gender identity. Those are the two phrases used specifically. So that's what Disney opposed, because on paper, they should have just said, we're not doing any sexual education before the 3rd grade. But by word, they used specific terms. And now it's like, oh, well, this is an attack on these people, whatever.
Yeah.
So it still doesn't change how I feel about the opinion. I mean, I work with kids that are in the 3rd grade, and again, if they can walk in a straight line without falling over, I'm happy.
Right.
Let alone like all of this stuff, like sexual orientation, gender identity, all of that stuff is so new, and people really aren't educated in it.
Yeah.
And like anyone can be a teacher. I could be a teacher. Dude, you fucking showed up to an MTEL and passed it twice without fucking
Yes.
going to school
without
for it.
studying.
So
And
that's how easy it is to become a teacher.
I taught. So I showed up, right? Took 2 random MTELs, passed both of them, got my teaching license for high school biology, and then never worked as a teacher. And then when I finally got a job as a teacher, I taught middle school math.
Yeah, but and it's like, so the only
so
point
how
I'm trying
hard
to
is
make,
it really to be
right? So it's not hard to be a teacher.
Yeah.
And the point I'm trying to make, like with all this info being so new, and like I know we always make fun of the educational system, but like there is no curriculum to teach gender identity or sexual orientation. So without that in place, why would we? Like how
Right.
can we? Like
Correct.
responsibly, how can you?
Yeah.
Because then there's no way to do it without the biases of whoever's teaching, because it should be unbiased, like fact-based, informational. Like if you're going to teach this stuff, it should be that way.
Correct.
So I don't feel any different about especially kids third grade and younger. I don't think they should be taught this shit. But
do you know the type of kids in 3rd grade and younger?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Do you know what they still believe in? Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy.
But then we're going to ask them to have a mature and informed conversation about gender identity. It's not going to work. Right. Whatever. So anyway, not the point. So yeah. Disney opposes that bill. It's called the Don't Say Gay bill. You're going to find it that way anyway. The name sucks, but that's just what it is.
Well, so, it was dubbed that by the left.
By the opposers, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then the conservative side in the state of Florida, they're putting like the parent choice bill or whatever, because it's like the parents should be able to choose when and what they learn about that shit, whatever. Don't care. Not important. So Disney opposes the bill.
Yes.
And they're very vocal about it.
Yes.
So what does Ron DeSantis do? He passes legislation that strips Disney of being an independent district.
Yes.
So all this time since Disney was built,
correct,
they have been absent of state regulation. They have been self-regulated.
Yes.
That's both good and bad. So they don't pay state taxes.
Correct.
But they are responsible for fixing their own roads, getting their own police, getting their own fire, emergency services, all the public works.
Right.
They're responsible for their own public works, but then they don't get any any state regulation, whatever. So DeSantis has stripped them of that now.
Yep.
And it's in opposition. So basically they're just kind of fucking having a pissing match with each other.
Yeah.
So a couple things with this, just some notes I've seen. Disney's actually standing to actually profit from this now. They're actually going to make out on the deal. So don't feel too bad for Disney.
Yeah.
I think they're going to save. I think I saw it saves them about 163 million.
Good. Because I could see that, because now they're going to have to pay taxes. However,
they don't have all those expenses.
Them paying taxes removes all the expenses that they had. So all those people that technically work for Disney, like if they're a firefighter on the Disney grounds, they just lost their job.
Right. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
They're talking about property taxes going way up.
Yep.
The entire city of Orlando is basically employed by Disney. Yeah. So it like drastically affects the city. So this is a little bit of a mess, to be perfectly honest. But I just think it's fun. I mean, we're going to have to really see how this shakes out.
Yeah.
Because it seems like a disaster to start on both sides, because especially Disney, like if you're in the service business, entertainment business, why would you take a political stance on a state that you weren't a part of? You were not a part of that state government.
Right.
And now you are. So I guess now you can have your political whatever. But like, why? Why wouldn't you just shut your mouth?
Right. Right.
Like
The best way I explained it was like Disney World, or yeah, because land is in California. Disney World was essentially like a casino, right? It was essentially,
or the Vatican.
Yeah, the Vatican. Yeah, it was essentially its own area, like within a state, right? So it's like how casinos, at least up here in the Northeast, it's on a reservation. So like it's almost like Disney World itself was like a reservation, where like they didn't pay taxes, like they just kind of did their own thing, but they were responsible for their own shit. And now they're going to be part of the world, part of Florida, part of the crew, part of the ship.
With that, no one's clamoring. It's like, wow, thank God Disney's paying taxes now.
Yeah. Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why is no
one's saying that?
No one's all bent out of shape about that.
No
one's like, wait a second, what do you mean Disney didn't have to pay taxes?
Yeah. No one's like, oh, good. Now they'll pay their fair share.
Yeah. No, but Elon Musk is bad.
Yep.
Yeah. Disney World, good. Elon, bad.
Yep.
Bezos, good. Musk, bad. Yep. Got it. Man. The funny thing too is Musk isn't even American. I mean, he's a citizen. I think he got citizenship, but he's South African.
Yep.
And like, he's the one guy that's like, hey, no, we need to fix this shit. Like, I will buy Twitter and make sure people stop getting banned for the dumbest shit. Or like, I'm trying to, this is great too. I mean, we can get into this in the next episode. We'll carry this one over. Because I have a whole rant about why I fucking hate Bill Gates. Unless you want to, do you want to start wrapping it up? And I'll just use that as my final thought.
We can wrap this up.
All right. So here we are towards the end of episode 1, part 1 for us. You guys have no idea until this comes out anyway. But so this whole Elon Musk, Bill Gates thing, right? Everyone fucking shits their pants over Bill Gates and everyone hates Elon Musk, right? If you're on the left, at least. So everything that we just talked about, all this shit, everyone's like, oh, Bill Gates, he's great. What you absolutely should listen to Bill Gates about medical advice, because Bill Gates is a doctor, right? All this whole thing, right? This whole last 2 years that we just went through, everyone's like, well, yeah, no, Bill Gates says we should get the vaccine. They said it's safe. Well, yeah, of course we listen to Bill Gates. Oh, definitely don't listen to Joe Rogan, though. You shouldn't listen to Joe Rogan. Well, they have the, like, when it comes to medical advice,
they have the same qualifications.
They have the same qualifications, which is none. So yeah, okay. We got it. Oh, of course. Well, why wouldn't we listen to Bill Gates? He knows everything. He created a computer company. Yeah. Okay. When did computers have to do with fucking medical advice? But anyway, so Bill Gates, this just came out on Twitter recently. Someone got a hold of it. Someone leaked it. And then they tweeted it to Elon Musk. And he was like, yep, no, that's exactly true. That's totally true. So not only did he just not deny it, he actually confirmed that it's true on Twitter. So what had happened was Bill Gates reached out to Elon Musk. He texted him, right? Because they're fucking multi-billion. They all have each other's phone numbers. So Bill Gates texted Elon Musk and said something about like, do you want to join some sort of philanthropical cause that like Bill Gates was running or something? And Elon Musk replies and goes, well, I think it was about climate change. And Elon Musk replies and goes, well, I recently found out that, or someone recently told me that you hold a short position on Tesla stock. Is that correct? And Bill Gates replied to him and goes, yeah, unfortunately, I haven't sold that. So I do still hold a short on Tesla. And Elon texts him back and goes, well, I'm going to have a really hard time believing that anyone is truly philanthropical when they hold a short position on a company that is based on electric vehicles and then like just ended the text message. So these were screenshots that got leaked to the New York Times, I think. And someone posted them on the New York Times, which made its way to Twitter. And someone else on Twitter took these screenshots and tagged Elon Musk and was like, at Elon Musk, can you confirm, are these real? And he goes, yeah, no, those are 100% real.
Yeah, you don't care.
That's the actual conversation that we had. And he goes, I don't know how the New York Times, I think it was the New York Times. He goes, I don't know how the New York Times got them. It must have been through like a friend of a friend of a friend, but no, I can confirm those are real. So Bill Gates, who everyone reveres, right, as this
Gates
messiah.
Good.
Oh, Bill Gates good. Bill Gates good. Tesla is an electric car company. Bill Gates, who claims to be all about climate change, holds like a half a million or a half a billion, whatever. I don't know which one. I think
we just don't know how many commas are involved.
Yeah, I think
one or two commas.
Yeah, I think half a billion. $500 million short position on Tesla stock. But Bill Gates is out here telling people about, we need to prepare for climate change. We need to do this. We need to do that. We need to buy food from the Bill Gates farmland. Like, what, dude? Like, how? And kudos to Elon Musk. Like, he really does not give any fucks. He called out Bill Gates and was like, essentially, a little birdie told me that you hold a short position. So that's, for anyone that doesn't know stocks, a short sale is when, trying to like make this as simple as possible. A short sale is when you buy a stock with the thought that it's going to go down, so you can then sell the stock at a higher price later. So like you're locked in at one price, but it's this whole big complex. It's a complex thing. But essentially what a short sale means is you make money when the stock goes down. That's what all of those people did in the movie The Big Short, right? The Big Short is talking about a short sale. Some people figured out the mathematical algorithms for mortgages and all this shit, and they took out a massive short sale on all these mortgage companies, and they were right. So when things drop, you make money. So Bill Gates owns a massive short sale position on Tesla stock. So if Tesla stock tanks, then Bill Gates makes money if he sells it. So he still holds it, right? So there's this whole other thing in like the stock world where the uber rich people, when you find out that they hold a short position on a stock, then there starts to be like things leaked about the company, right? Like rumors start floating. So like the stock price goes down. It's like this whole, they try and trash the stock so they make money. So that's the backstory of why. Because I guess if you didn't know anything about stocks and you hear me talking about this, you're like, yeah, so what? Bill Gates short sale? Sure, I don't even know what that is. That's now, you know, like a quick cliff notes on like why that's not good. So Bill Gates, massive short position on Tesla stock. And Elon Musk was like, no, fuck you. I'm not going to work with someone who claims to care about climate change, but at the same time owns a $500,000 short sale on an electric car, the biggest electric car company in the world, right? Which everyone that you talk to is like, well, yeah, of course, electric cars are the future. Electric car, yeah, we have to have electric cars. We can't use climate change, right? Yeah, well, fuck Bill Gates. That's what I say. He's also creepy as fuck. So as a retaliation for this, so this is a little bit unrelated, but Apple has emojis, right? I mean, Android has emojis too, but Apple in particular has like a massive emoji bank. And they just announced like 2 weeks ago, whatever, that they were going to add a pregnant man. So because they have to be super fucking woke, right? So Apple releases this pregnant man emoji, which is their stock yellow hair, yellow skin male with a bulging stomach. So Elon Musk tweets out a picture of the new Apple pregnant man emoji right next to a picture of Bill Gates. and goes something like, "Can you tell the difference?" So Elon Musk fucking hates Bill Gates and does not give a fuck, right? Because he's trolling him. He's saying that he looks like a pregnant man, which he does look like absolute fucking dog shit, by the way. But so
Bill Gates good.
Yeah. So again, this is a massive rant about why I hate Bill Gates. Also, his ex-wife, Melinda Gates, just wrote a book like a month or two ago. In the book, she states, now anybody can lie in a book. I do want to be fair, right? People can make shit up for books. We make shit up for podcasts, but it could be real, could be fake. I don't know. I would like to lean towards real. I guess I want it to be real, so I'm believing it. But in her book, Melinda Gates's book, she talks about Bill's relationship with none other than Jeffrey Epstein. In her book, she said that she knew. Now, again, this might be a little bit of revisionist history. I'm not saying that she liked the guy, but she claims in her book that she knew that Jeffrey Epstein was bad news. And she told Bill, her husband at the time, to stay the fuck away from him. Now, the truth might be somewhere in between that, right? Like the truth might be like she might have never liked him. That could be possible. Now, it also could be true, right? That she knew that Epstein was bad news from the beginning, but she knew her then husband, Bill Gates, was hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein all the time and advised him to stay away from him, but Bill Gates did not listen. But yeah, Bill Gates good.
Bill Gates good.
Bill Gates good. The third thing.
That could be the episode title.
Yeah. And the last thing, before I hand over the final thought, the number one owner of the most farmland in the United States is Bill Gates. Seems kind of strange, right? Like, why you would think it would be like Tyson Chicken, or like Purdue Farms, or like, I don't know, any of these other fucking massive, companies. Nope. Who owns the most farmland in the United States? Bill Gates. Kind of strange, right? It's almost like, I don't know, what's the play here? Like, what's going on? Well, he's been buying up farmland left and right all over the country. Huh. What did President, what's his name? Joe, who? Oh yeah, Joe Biden. Oh, sorry. I had a lapse in my memory for a second. President Joe Biden said, I don't know, in a press conference less than a month ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, oh, we need to be prepared for a global food shortage. A food shortage is a real possibility. That's strange. Who would seem to benefit from that when the supply of food goes down, but the demand stays the same? The demand doesn't even have to go up. Supply goes down.
Netflix.
Sounds like, yeah. It's cyclical, right? Huh. Would it be potentially the guy who owns the most farmland in the country?
No, because Bill Gates good. Yeah,
Bill Gates good. So again, fuck Bill Gates. I hope he fucking, I hate saying this, like I had never really wished this upon people, but I hope Bill Gates dies in a fiery car crash. Like, fuck that guy. He's a real honest to God piece of shit. And anybody that thinks that Bill Gates is good, you're either the most ignorant person in the world, or you're also a piece of shit, or you're just blind. You refuse to believe it, right? Like, no. Which I guess could potentially also make you a piece of shit too. So fuck Bill Gates. I fucking hate that guy. But yeah, no, Elon Musk is the bad one here.
Yeah, Elon and Joe.
Yeah. The guy that told you that you need to be healthy. Yep. The guy that told you need to work out and eat better and exercise more. He's the bad guy. He's the bad guy. Yeah. Well, he took horse medicine. Okay. I got it. He's the bad one. Okay. Yep. I'm following. So now that my rant is done, you can have your final thought.
All right. So Today's Sunday. 2 Fridays ago, I walk down to the trash. I live in a condo association. We have recycling barrels. We have trash. Go to the recycling barrels and I do my due diligence. Usually I bring stuff down in bags and boxes. I dump it out. If it's boxes, I break them down. And I only do it for space because if I recycle a bunch of shit, I could easily fill up a barrel, but it's all going to be air. I want to be able to throw my shit in the barrel and not have shit fucking everywhere because it's fucking anarchy. The recycling we all know is a sham, as my father has told us.
Yes.
So I'm down there. Some woman turns the corner. Don't know who it is. Some old lady. She's like, "Oh, I'm glad you're not a raccoon like rustling around down here." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that would suck. Whatever." And she's like, "Oh, I didn't know right away." I'm like, "Yeah, just dumping everything."
Yep.
And she's like, "Oh, weather's starting to get nice." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is. Seems to be like turning a little bit." And she goes, "Ah, yeah, it's just too bad COVID's back." I go, that silence is what I did. I didn't say a word back to her.
Yep.
And then she's like, "Yeah, I was supposed to have a gathering for Easter, but 3 people tested positive." I go, just started walking back up the hill. I go,
is this someone that you actually know, or is just a random person?
I don't know who this person is. Yeah, she lives on the property, obviously, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know who she is. I just walked away from her. I go, I can't do this shit. First of all, you're a fucking clown. Second of all, like it was like 2 days after the fucking the airline said that they weren't going to require masks anymore, whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, and then that's your response. It's like, "Oh, too bad COVID's back." I'm like, wrong person, sister. You should not have fucking said that to me.
Yeah.
So I will be walking away and I will not be saying a fucking word to you.
Yeah. I am all set with this conversation.
So I think it's Monday. Play my golf tournament, shoot a million, go down with 2 bags of trash. And normally I'd bring the dog, but he was laid up because he got neutered. So he's at home. I got my 2 bags of trash. I open the little side panel on the dumpster. Lo and behold, raccoon right there. So now you know how I like my raccoons and rodents. Yeah. I fucking hate them. So I dropped 1 bag and I'm holding the other bag and I'm like almost across, like I'm away from this dumpster and the door's open.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I'm like, shit. So immediately my first move is I got to figure something out. I call Michaela. I go, "Hey, what's the SOP on a raccoon in the dumpster?" Now I only called her because I figured she would like email the board or something, or like maybe they say something like, "Hey, call animal control," whatever. I don't know what they do.
Right.
But I'm also trying to figure out in my head, what am I going to do about this? Because I fucking hate raccoons and I'm not trying to get fucking attacked. So I'm like, all right, well, he hasn't come out the door. Right. So like, cause I left the side panel open because I dropped my shit and fucking backpedaled out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I go around the back and I push the panel shut. So now he's in there still.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I go to the front of the dumpster and like lift the top, fire a bag in, close the top. I'm like, oh, got away with one there. Go grab my other bag, lift the top, fire it in, get the fuck out of Dodge. So needless to say, the raccoon's gone now. I mean, the trash came, so he either got out or he's in a dump somewhere. I don't know.
In heaven. With
well,
all of that trash.
Like, I mean, unless he got crushed, but like,
well, yeah, in that case, he could still be in heaven anyway.
Well, he could, yeah. If he could have got crushed. Oh, you're saying, oh yeah, no, he's.
Well, yeah, no, either way,
either way. Yeah. So I was just like, man, I guess that's what I get for fucking just walking away on this lady.
Well, glad you're not a raccoon. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. What, you know what? I was fine. And I'm generally good with people. It's like, oh, it's just too bad COVID's back. I'm like, how the fuck do you believe that right now?
Yeah.
Like, A, we're still doing this, and B, how the fuck under what has happened that would make you think that?
Yeah, exactly.
And for those reasons, I fucking walk away from you.
Yeah. It's like, hey, next week is May. So we're in May of 2022.
And you're still talking
about COVID.
Yeah.
Get the fuck. I have no time. I have no time for you.
Wrong person.
Yeah. I would rather you talk to me about the weather. Like she started out with. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, it's gonna be a hot one today.
Crazy weather, huh? Yep. That's exactly how you know. That's how you know every conversation is fucking dead. Walk away, run. It's useless. It's nothing. When someone goes, how about this weather, huh? Yeah, man, it's weather. Or, oh, it's a hot one out there today. Or,
there is, Wally.
Oh man, I can't believe it's chilly outside. Yeah, man, I was just in the same location as you. I experienced the same temperature as you. I am aware of what the temperature is outside. Like,
I am outside with you.
Yes.
Right now.
And I am also outside of this conversation. Have a good day.
Yeah.
It's fucking people. People suck.
Yeah, but I guess that's what I get for fucking walking away is I get the raccoon.
You get all right. Well, that's it for the first episode here we got. So thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, like, rate, review, all that fun stuff, wherever you're listening. Also, big thank you to grillyourassoff.com. Go to grillyourassoff.com, use our promo code SarcasmPod for 15% off your entire order. I want to say my order came in today and I got the hot sauce. They have a brand new hot sauce. It is goddamn fucking delicious. And I'm not just saying that because they sponsor the show. I truly mean that. Like, I like hot sauces. Like, I like spicy food. It's good. It's got good flavor. Like, it just has a good flavor to it. It's got a little bit of a kick, right? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd put it maybe at like a 5 or a 6. And on that same scale, I would put Cholula at like a 2 or a 3, right? So and maybe Tabasco is somewhere around a 5. So it's like, it's got a kick to it, but it's got good flavor. Not like Tabasco where it just tastes like you're drinking fucking piss vinegar. So check it out, grillyourassoff.com, promo code SarcasmPod, buy all the best seasonings in the world, and also their new hot sauce, which I can attest is delicious. Also, thank you to mybookie.com. Use the same promo code SarcasmPod over there to double your first deposit up to $1,000. You can get us on Instagram at SarcasmSpeaksPod. We're on Twitter at Sarcasm_speaks. Facebook is Sarcasm Speaks. The website is sarcasmspeaks.com. Check out the merch store. Buy some stuff. And until next time.